Firefox Send is an easy way to share large files securely. Now, you've got no shortage of ways to send encrypted messages, and at least as many cloud services for sending large files. But the Venn diagram for the two remains surprisingly, inconveniently small. That's the beauty of Mozilla's Firefox Send, a free, intuitive, web-based service that lets you share large encrypted files. No strings attached. Interesting. Send began in 2017 as an experiment, part of Firefox's since discontinued test pilot program. Since then, it has languished in beta, gaining a few features along the way, but mostly in the shadows. Tuesday marks its public launch. Now, what sets Send apart is its ease of use. It works in any browser. All you have to do, go to send.firefox.com. Upload or drag and drop files, and Send will generate a link that you can set to expire after a certain number of downloads, up to 100, or a certain amount of time, ranging from 5 minutes to 7 days. You can send up to 1 gigabyte, or up to 2.5 gigabytes if you sign in with a Firefox account. Oh no, immediately I know what you're going to do right now. You're going to say, hey, Taylor, well, you told me that there are no strings attached, but I have to have a Firefox account if I want to send 2.5 gigabytes. Isn't that kind of a ripoff? Well, yeah, but not really. I mean, what are you going to do? Be like, well, nobody can watch my YouTube videos because I have a YouTube account. Great. That is great that you have a YouTube account. Okay. They just want to make sure that apparently it's lost on you. The joke's lost on you. So I'll continue. For comparison, SMS generally maxes out at 600 kilobytes. The biggest Gmail attachment you can send is 25 megabytes. Firefox Send offers orders of magnitude more room. Enough to send a high-definition episode of Game of Thrones, but please don't do that unless you actually have the rights to send episodes and TVs and movies through that, except at that point you're like, okay. Now see, this is where it gets a little bit weird. There are already ways to share large files, of course, whether it's with a Google Drive link or through a service like Hightail, but doing so securely with end-to-end encryption without stashing files in a cloud is another story. So, here's a neat thing about Firefox Send. It is end-to-end encrypted. Not even Mozilla can see the contents of what you're sharing. You can also add a password to a given file so that even if someone intercepts that URL by compromising a recipient's email or hacking in, say, you can keep it secure. Now, as for the encryption itself, Firefox Send uses the Web Crypto API. They generate a key, then encrypt the file, putting the key into the URL that you share with your friend. It looks elegant and a nice way to do things. They also say that Send can still leak metadata, like your IP address, what time you sent the file, and the file size, making it a potentially poor choice for whistleblowers or other at-risk people. Similarly, while encrypting files in a browser makes Firefox Send singularly convenient, it also introduced potential risks. It's not an extension or web app or a plugin. You go to that website, it loads JavaScript, and while all the encryption is done in your browser, what that means is that every time you hit their server, they could push new code. The problem is the user doesn't have any guarantee of what version that software is. So, this might be the boost into the public that Send needs to actually figure out what the heck they're doing and move on from there. So if you're interested, visit send.firefox.com.